Louise Heinzel, junk journal art. Have you ever looked that up in your dictionary? No? Well, that's no problem. You can just watch this video and I will quickly tell you what you would find if you would look that up in your dictionary. Louise Heinzel, junk journal art. The dictionary says that is a channel about junk journaling, sometimes mixed with a pinch of art journaling. That's also why the channel is called Junk Journal Art. And there's one word which is written in bold letters, and that is the word authentic. Louise Heinzel, Junk Journal Art, that is a very authentic YouTube channel. That means that there's sometimes also a little bit of dirt on her fingers because she has used alcohol ink the night before she recorded her video, and then she couldn't get that off from her fingernail anymore. That also means that there happen sometimes some accidents, sometimes happy accidents, sometimes not so happy accidents. But the dictionary also says that it's very important for Louise, who is the owner of the channel, Junk Journal Art. She always tries to show the reality in the most authentic way so that you, as the viewers, have the feeling that you sit right next to her, next to this Louise, and that you can watch over her shoulder while she is creating something. But to be honest, this dictionary wrecks my nerves because this is a little bit too much authenticity for me. Welcome. This is obviously Louise Heinzel with another video of Dephemerember 2024, and here's the English version of the prompt list. My necks, no, not my necks, I only have one neck, I'm so sorry. My nerves are wrecked completely, but not only because of today's prompt, which is double tag and mechanical garden, because I had a very wonderful idea for this, but then my printer decided to do this instead of giving me what I originally wanted to have. I don't know why, but in the meantime I also decided that Dephemerember wouldn't be Dephemerember without something like this. So I got this from my printer and I thought, what shall I do? In the meantime, I also looked up the word best landlord in the entire universe in the dictionary, and there appeared the name Sascha Dehm, who is obviously my landlord and a really good friend of mine. And in the meantime, I could get my prints in the originally planned color palette, which is this, because he was the kindest man in the whole world. He brought me his printer and I could print this out because my printer has a problem which I can't solve within the next days or so, yeah, and I needed, of course, this video because you want to watch this, obviously. So now I am in front of my reality, and I thought this could be your reality as well, because what could happen, you could try to print something out, or you could want to print something out, and then your printer could give you something like this due to some technical issues. Do we throw something like this away? Of course not. Why not? Because we are junk journaler and we can do something with this. But my reality is also that I had something with this color palette in my mind and that I of course want to show you that as well. So what we are going to do today is we are doing the Barbara method. And we are going to go in baby steps to see what we can do with these things, because I have a solution for something like this, and I already did that in my German video. So if you want to see a variation of today's project, please watch my German video as well. There, I haven't had these prints because I recorded it before Sasha came home and brought me the printer. In the German video, I only used this here. I even skipped this because I thought that I would need this for my English video, so for this video, but I used this and some pieces from my scrap box and also some pieces from Barbara's scraps. So if you want to see that and how you can use something like this, please watch the German video. I think I will do something with this here as well, but in a totally different way, because I want to challenge myself as well and try different things and see what works the best with a fail print like this. So what is this? This is a page from my printable, which is called Flying Sea Life Floral Steampunk. It's a pretty old printable from my shop. Originally, the color palette looks like this. I have printed this so that I get half of the size of the page. So originally, you know, this is meant to use as a full page in your journal, but I have told Sasha's printer that it shall print 2 pages to 1 sheet, so that I have a smaller size, because I need this smaller size for my idea. But you know, you can play around with your printer settings to get the size you want. And what I have here slash here let's look at this, because that is way more beautiful, is the freebie I made for you for today, because I thought this what the prompt list says, mechanical garden, is somehow really interesting, but to find those mechanical things like gears or little screws or so could be perhaps a little hard. And if you can find them, it's perhaps hard to include them in a project, because they are, in the most cases, pretty thick. If you want to use, for example, like this, which is real, then it would be really thick. So I thought this could be a nice thing. So I made something like a background-ish part of the freebie and something to fuzzy cut. You can find this on my website to download. And what I also thought is, while I was recording my German video or preparing the video, and I only had this, I thought, what else could you use to get this garden feeling to your tag? And then I came to the idea, because that was something I had already printed out last year, because I made this last year for Dephemerember 2023. And I thought, some of you have this because you have bought this from my shop. So perhaps you want to consider using these pages for your tag, because I think that would match really well, and it would match also this freebie. So this is from the Dephemerember 2023 printables. You see, I have already used some of this up, and I decided, since you have to live with this pink crazy color here, to give you 25% discount on all of the Dephemerember 2023 printables and on this printable, Flying Sea Life Floral Steampunk. You can use this code to get the discount in my shop, and all of the printables where you can, you know, apply the code are linked down below this video, because the Dephemerember 2023 printables are, you know, a little more. It's not just this, but there are more than one. So I will link them all below this video so that you can see for what the code is meant to use for. I think that was no English, but you got me. I want to make a tag which can open and has some kind of a mechanism. And I already learned something, and I will try to include that in this video as well. So what are we going to do? We are going to take a pretty sturdy base. This is just some watercolor paper, and I want to fold that. Wait, no. Will I fold it? Will I fold it already? Yes, I will fold it. I will tell you what I learned, because when you have something like a thicker paper. Where's my bone folder? And you want to glue something on top, then it's sometimes hard to fold that then. And because of that, I would recommend to do it like this and then do the next step like I do it as well, to avoid that the paper gets weird on these folds here. I will explain in a second what I mean. So this paper is DIN A5. That is approximately 8.5 inch by approximately 5 3/4. Yeah, I think so. But that really doesn't matter. Please make this matching to what you want to glue on it. Yeah, you can also take a piece of paper and then go for it and then cut it smaller later while you are working on this. And that's exactly what I will do next. So I will take this. Here is the side where the fold is, and I will put that here to my mat so that I can see this here, because I want to cut in here. I will take 1.5 inches from each of the corners. So I will make a little mark here and also here. And then I'm going to take my ruler to be able to make a straight line here so that I can see where I need to cut in later. And I will cut in 2 inches here and also on the other mark. So the easiest way for me to measure this is to make a straight line, which is, or 2 straight lines which are parallel to this and to this. And then I take my ruler and I look where 2 inches are here. And since this is going to be covered up later, the black paper I mean, it's no problem to make some marks here, like this. So then I take my scissors, and it's really hard to see now because it's like, you know, green on black, but if you hold it against the light, you can see it really well. And this doesn't necessarily have to be black. Yeah, you can also take another color. So I cut in here where my mark is, and also here. And when I have it, then it's here like so. And then when I open this, I take this middle part and bend the fold to the other direction, just like this. So this is the easiest pop-up mechanism you can imagine, I guess. And now I take this, because here are no folds yet, but we need them to make this work. So I take this, and I don't know if that is the professional way to do it, but it works for me. So I just take this and close this so that I then automatically get the folds here in the correct spot. And then it opens like this, and it has this cool pop-up mechanism, because, you know, we are talking about a mechanical garden, but we are also talking about a double tag. So this is until now a card, I would say. Let's turn that into a tag. We are going to take this again, placing that here to the grid mat, and then I take my pen again, and I want my tag to be 3 inches wide. So I make a little mark here, and then please don't put it under the trimmer like so and cut along here. Otherwise you would cut into this little thing here, into this mechanism. You don't want to cut that off. We open this just like this. Then we lay it flat here to the paper trimmer. And now you can either look here where 3 inches is, or at your mark. We trim this off. And I turn it around, and I will do the same thing here on the other side, so that that gets 3 inches wide as well. So when we then have this and we close it again, you can see that this mechanism peeks out here. But I find this really interesting, and that gives a lot of possibilities for the next steps. But this is still not a tag. It's a weird, really weird shape. So let's take our scissors again and let's cut the corners off. I take this as a template for the other side. Just take this little triangle, turn it around so that you can then line it up here. And when you then cut here, you have the same angle like on the other side. So now it looks a little bit more like a tag, but we still have this weird thing here. And I learned something which is really important for me. So perhaps you want to consider doing the next step as well. Because when I want to take a printable like this is 110 GSM photo paper, and I would glue that on here. That would of course cover this hole up. But when I glue that down, I would later on feel the edge of this weird rectangle here, and I want to avoid that. So I know that this is 3 inches wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another piece of watercolor paper, and now I cut 2 pieces in exactly the same size, which are a little smaller than 3 inches. Yeah, so I always have problems with saying the right measurements. Can you see? I just shifted the paper a little bit to the side so that it's a little bit smaller than 3 inch. I hope that makes sense. So I cut it like so. The next one for the back, exactly the same, like so. And that makes, I mean, I will cut this into the right height in a second as well. But when I put this on here now, and I imagine this is glued on here, if I line that up here with the right edge, you can see there's a little bit of the layer below visible. I want to use that for my advantage because, yeah, I will show you in a second what I mean. I think it's easier when I, you know, just assemble it, and then you can see better what I mean, because that makes that this hole is covered up, that we won't feel this edge then. What is going on here? The paper is not straight. So I will go around here, because here, do I really want it like that? Well, let's see. I need this. Yeah, that is exactly what I want. So then we can take both of these, well, at least in theory, and cut through both of the papers at the same time, and they should then be the same size in theory. And here on this side, the corner is obviously a little different because, you know, this is not 3 inches wide, but that is exactly what I want. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my glue and I will apply that here. So let's take this. So I'm going to line this up here with the right edge here now of the front part of the double tag. Can you see? So that here on the left where the hinge is this little gap. We can now take some more glue and glue the other piece on here so that this rectangle is also closed. This weird thing there. And this way, not only these weird rectangles are closed now, but at the same time, when you open this and you would lay it flat to your table, it can lay flat because of this little gap here. So that can dry. Whew. What would Barbara do now? She would probably first decide what she wants to have on the outside here. My original plan was to take this print and put that on here, and then this came out from my printer. So what can we do with this? I think I want to try a really weird experiment with this. Let's take some black acrylic paint, and as I said, if you want to see a variation of how to use such a fail print, then please go and watch my watch my German video, because there I did something totally different. There I went with some sprays and also some embossing glaze. So when you see this, you can already imagine that this is something like completely different. So if you want to see that, please watch that video. So now I will, what will I do? I will go around here and make the background black, and the flower shall stay there. And I think I need a way smaller paint. Oh no! Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Okay. This is reality. It feels really weird to cover this dragonfly with the black paint, but I'm sorry, Barbara. Okay, we will definitely get rid of all of this stuff here. We don't need that. I think it's a better idea to decide what to put on the black instead of having all of these details here. Because when we do it like this, the flower stands out really well. I think, yeah, I will cover all of this up, and then I will do something to the black background. The acrylic paint here is not dry yet, and I'm just wondering if I can use this stencil. I have used that for the German video. I have sprayed some Victorian Velvet spray stain and oxide spray through the stencil, and I also used the negative impression of the stencil to get this paper a little more, yeah, beautiful and artsy. The number of this stencil is THS 188. This is one of the newest stencils by Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous. And when I saw this, I thought, I need this. I need to buy that. So let's try to, and that was a really good decision because this is just amazing. Let's try to reactivate this. This is laying here for several hours already. So this is a little bit dry, but of course you can reactivate this with water. And since the acrylic paint is not dry here, I'm wondering what happens. And it can happen that I will destroy my whole thing here now. If I press this on here, is it possible to get a texture slash pattern slash something here? Spray stain will not show up on black, but I also can't remove it from the stencil, obviously. It's there. But the oxide spray would show up on acrylic paint if the acrylic paint was, oh yes, was already dry. This could not work because the oxide spray can't dry on acrylic paint. But if you do it like this, these mediums mix, and then some of the oxidation will mix with the acrylic paint, and then that can dry. If you would let the acrylic paint dry completely, that would not work. Okay, that is really cool. It lifted up a little bit of the paint. That is good. And let's throw this to the back, because I, to be honest, have no idea what to do with the back of the tag. But perhaps we can get some grunge or so from here. Well, not really. But this is really nice. And even if that is only the tiniest bit of something, I think it adds to the interest of this background. Look. So this is completely dry now. I've cleaned the stencil, and now I want to try some white acrylic paint to bring some more depth to the background. My skills in adding acrylic paint through stencils are really terrible, but I found a trick which works for me. Finger tool, press pretty hard Okay, it doesn't work. Oh no, I can already see that it didn't work there. Oh, normally, you know, oh, you could, you could do this trick with crayon as well. Why haven't I thought about that? That would work way better. This acrylic paint is obviously a little bit too liquid. F-U-C-K. Ah, okay, we will do this. The other day there was a comment that I perhaps should stop swearing in my videos. I'm really sorry, but I can't stop because that is part of my creative process. My plan was to smear this through the stencil, and then you would get not this solid pattern, but in the middle, in the center of these little stars, there would then be a lighter area, and I normally really like that. You would then get an outline. Woo! Oh. Okay. Not what I wanted, not what I expected, but really cool. Yeah, but what I originally was looking for is something like this here. In the center that's then still black and it gets this cool textured outline. This is not what I wanted, but it is somehow really cool. So let's try to add a little more here on the right side. And let's then take this print and I will cut this flower out, perhaps like this. We need to determine the size first. That is really good. And what I also have prepared are these. These are some wildflower die cuts. They are made with a set by Tim Holtz and Sizzix, the wildflower stamps. And here are also some from the fall collection. For example, this bigger one is the one from the fall collection compared to this one, which is from the wildflower stems. And I thought we could perhaps, holy cow, we could perhaps put some of these additionally here to make our little garden, because in the garden there are not only 2 flowers, but more. But they don't show up so well when they are black. I'm thinking about gold or something. Let's try to take some gilding wax. Because when I think about mechanical things, I also think somehow about gold and, you know, metal and so on. And I really like what the gilding wax is doing to the paper. As I said in the beginning, this black paper is watercolor paper, and that's the same paper I've used to cut these out, and it has this texture on one side, and that makes this really somehow mechanical because of this cool texture. It looks like, yeah, a little bit like rust or so, or not rust but dirt. The dictionary also says Louise Heinzel sometimes uses die cuts in a really weird way, but don't be confused, that's part of her style. Don't call the ambulance, it's just part of her style. Everything's fine with her body. I think when this is upside down, it looks even more mechanical. This looks like some metal stand or so. That looks already pretty good. But I'm sure this is not finished yet, but I want to first go to the inside of this thing. I want to use this piece of paper. And now I'm just wondering if I have made the biggest mistake of this whole thing, because when I glue this here, oh no, oh no, oh no, how can I then, oh no. Ah, if I glue this here, then I can't get these slots in here anymore, can I? I should have done that in the very beginning, and oh no. I can see where this is here. I mean, this inside thing, this mechanism. No, it isn't. Oh no. Oh no, I cut in. Oh no. Oh! Here's the other mark. Okay. Seriously? Did I now, I mean, how hard can it be to glue the right piece to the right position? How hard can that be? Oh no. What happened here? Oh no, this needs to go here and this needs to go there. Okay, there's no chance. This is bookbinders glue. It grabs really fast. I think the caption of this video will be the biggest fail of Dephemerember. How stupid can you be? Oh, this is now too long as well, and I was already wondering why this is so small, but now I know why. Ah, Barbara, I need your help. Shall we call her? I think I want to call her now. Where's my phone? Oh, look, she has posted another reel. Let's see. I'm wondering if she's in the gym again. I think I can't expect some help from her. I just wanted to hear some nice words. Barbara, where are you? What is she doing? It's okay. It's not what I wanted. And why isn't she talking to me? I mean, why isn't she here? This is not what I was looking for, but I think since this is so full with these gears, it's okay, and you will perhaps not notice it. Oh, she has seen that I have called her. Hello, and welcome in my video. I need your help.
Okay.
I need some nice words. I just made a really crazy mistake.
Okay, what did you do?
I glued a piece of something here to something, but in the wrong direction. Now I tried to fix this problem, and before I did that, I glued the outside here, sneak peek, to this thing, but without gluing the inside, and then I couldn't get this mechanism make it work anymore. And now I thought I need you.
Aww.
And I need some nice words. Because now I have here some gilding wax, look.
Yeah.
Because I thought gilding wax is good.
Oh.
And I already have cut off 2 dragonflies from my paper. Because they didn't want to play with me. But I think that was the problem.
Oh.
Das ist bestimmt mein Schicksal. Die haben sich gerächt. Wie sagt man das auf Englisch? Ich habe keine Ahnung.
They took revenge.
Ja, I think so.
But revenge for what?
Yeah, I am really not nice. I mean, I have the first dragonfly I painted black. And then it was gone, and the second one I have cut off.
What?
Yeah, it's
Well,
cut
no
off. Where is it?
wonder. Okay, that's revenge.
I can't even find it anymore. I can't show it to you. It's here somewhere on my desk. So I thought I want to do this here together with you, even if I know that you don't have time.
It's okay. For you, I will make the time.
You have to go through this now.
I know. I'm in the middle of brainstorming for another prompt.
Oh,
So maybe this is good for me.
and which one
Because
is it?
It's the one flip out page in old photos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a great one. And I have some ideas, and I'm just figuring out how to do this.
And you will do the baby step method again?
Probably. That's the best way for me.
Well, that is interesting because I said, I have told you about my printer fail.
Yes.
And
oh
I
my goodness.
have
My heart
used
breaks.
this for the video. I have used this and I
Yeah.
made it work. But I said in the beginning, because in the meantime, I obviously also have the real print here. I mean,
Yeah.
the correct print. But I said I want to go with baby steps like you would do.
Ooh.
And now I have this catastrophe. that it is like,
Welcome to my world.
I have the feeling I can understand you better now with this.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Welcome to Problem Solving 101. You learn a lot because you make so many weird mistakes and you have to figure out how to fix them. So it's a very high learning curve working this way.
Yeah, and probably you come up with even more creative ideas because without the baby steps, you wouldn't have made those fails.
Exactly. So much more fun and exciting.
Well, you should think that you have learned something because I already did this for the German video and there also something happened, but I did a different mistake here, even if I thought I have learned something.
That's awesome that you don't repeat your mistakes.
Yeah, that is really, really wonderful.
So much more fun.
Holy cow.
I'm sure you will figure it out.
Hopefully.
I know you will. I know you will.
But I already...
It's going to be more genius than you originally had planned.
Well, and who shall edit the video later?
I don't know.
You, perhaps.
Not me. I have enough of my own.
Why? I mean, why? Will someone notice if I leave the back black? What do you think?
Well, are you gluing it into the journal or what are you doing?
I don't know. I just have to leave it like this and never turn it around in the videos. Then no one will notice.
Yeah, or just glue it in.
Is that possible? Yes, that would be possible.
Just glue it. Done.
Okay.
You're
But
welcome.
now I have to do the inside here. Have you already had your lunch?
No.
Oh, Why not?
That's why I can't film yet, because I would be grumpy.
Oh, I learned a new, little bit, like this swearing word
Oh,
from
can
you.
you say that here?
From you.
From me?
Yeah.
I was swearing in a
Yeah.
video?
You
What?
said, stay here, little buggers.
Oh, but that's not bad.
And I looked that
No,
up.
I said slippery little buggers.
For you and for your level of swearing, it's really bad. I mean, you know the difference between bitch and diva.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
Why are you pointing scissors in my face?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I, of course, cannot see what you're doing. That's a good thing. I don't want to see.
Yeah, I don't want to influence you.
Spoiler. Yes, don't.
I don't. And I will leave you alone now, because now I have everything I wanted from you, that I feel better.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm happy. Okay, you got this. It's going to be amazing. Okay? Looking forward to your sneak peek.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, but I can send this to you, this sneak peek, when you have finished yours.
That's true. That's going to be a while.
You have to go now and do this a little faster. But you can get the sneak peek from the other prompt from me later, when you have finished yours.
Yes.
With the photos. What have I done with old photos?
Right.
What have I done for that prompt? Which one was that? Flip out page. Ah, that was my flip out page improvement procedure.
That sounds great. Oh, by the way, am I like live in your video?
Yes, but I can also make a cut here.
No. Okay, so for all of Louise's wonderful viewers out there, can you please leave a heart in Louise's comments, because Louise has reached 50,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. Woo woo!
That is
a heart.
That is really crazy.
Know how much you love her and her channel, because she is just amazing.
That is really crazy, yeah. And I haven't had the chance to say thank you for that because of all of these problems. But it's good. I always say that it's good to have a Barbara in your life, because then you can just wait and the things will happen automatically. And you will also get all of the information to your video you need there, because yeah, she is just thinking about it and doing it for you. That is good.
Anyway, I just want to say I am so proud of my little junk journal sister. It's yeah, your journey has been nothing less than incredible, and you will have many thousands more.
Oh,
and you deserve each and every one of them.
That's so cute.
So proud.
Oh.
Proud big junk journal sister.
Thank you. But as I have written in the morning to you in the message, I would not be here without you. And I mean that by, the truest sense of the word.
Oh, that was beautiful.
And yeah, it's like that. I mean, remember how we met and how strange that was in the beginning. That is really incredible.
Wow,
And
you didn't want to be a part of my life. I remember everything.
yeah, because I was scared, because I think you had approximately 50k subscribers at that moment, or perhaps like 53 or so. Can that be possible?
I have no idea, to be honest.
I think so. It was a ton, and I was scared. I was really scared.
Well, I'm so happy you changed your mind and you were brave enough to get into contact with me.
Me too.
Because look what everybody would have missed. There would be no Dephemerember, Louisa.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Oh my goodness, there would be no Dephemerember. Can you imagine?
No. That is no. That is not imaginable.
No. That would be so sad.
Yeah.
What would we be doing now? Like,
yeah, well, we would sit in the corner and
cry.
Perhaps no, we can't. We couldn't cry because we would not know that it could have existed. We would just sit there and do something totally boring. Yeah.
Uninspiring, all by ourselves, lonely.
Yeah.
In our craft rooms. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we found each other.
Yeah. Me too.
It was fate for sure.
Yeah. This color doesn't fit anymore. Gittiget.
Okay, Louisa, I will let you go now.
Yeah, I will let you go as well.
Good luck with your ephemera piece.
Thank you very much.
It looks super exciting. The little sneak peek you just gave me looks super beautiful.
It's yeah, let's see if it's beautiful in the end.
I'm sure it will be.
Okay. Have a nice time filming your own prompt.
Thank you.
And don't freak out. Don't freak out.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
And goodbye to all your beautiful viewers. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Now I feel better. And look what I could make here in the meantime. That is, perhaps I should call her in every video. That would really help. I want to put this garden here, but the black flowers are peeking out, popping out, not enough. But I think this color, what do you think about this color? This is some tarnished brass distress paint mixed with water and then some oxide spray. And it's this purple rosé color, obviously, because of this fail print. And this is left over from my German video, because there I made the flowers in this color to make them work for this weird print. But I think they show up better on this, or excuse me, on this background when they are in this color. And when you come to this little fold here, you can also do a little trick and just cut these pieces off. Leave a little gap in between of this one and the ones you've cut off. And then this works just without problems. And you can also glue something over this area. Can you see this is now on this part, and both of these little pieces are just cut where the fold is. And then, you know, and it's like this. Okay. So then, what next? I think we should consider taking some of this, because here, this color is nowhere else, only here. Oh no, and I just realized, oh no, I just realized we haven't used one of Barbara's scraps yet, but I did that in the German video already. Does that count? Hopefully. So my little mechanical garden has dried, and I really like how this turned out, especially with these white splatters. I mean, if you know me, you know that I love white splatters and I can't live without them. But that really connects this with this. That is good. So then, let's close this. Let's quickly check how far this goes to the inside, but I think that is no problem, because now I want to take this punch. Oh, okay. Ay, 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 ay. This is obviously really sturdy. So then I have this little piece of fabric here. I will put this only to the front hole here. Okay. Not so sure about this. Why is that so weird? Well, probably because the whole thing is weird. So let's check if we can find a quote in here. And I'm just thinking, originally I thought, well, let's take a black one, back that with white paper so that we get more white here. Because I think if I would take one of the white quotes, that would be too extreme. Let's take Find Joy in the Ordinary. I think that fits really nicely to this, because what is this? I mean, this color-wise, this is a little extraordinary, but I think you know what I am thinking, because even a fail print can be turned into something beautiful. And even if you don't have fancy things like a working printer, do you know what I mean? You can do something nice. And I think this should get some white splatters here as well, but I will first find a place in my journal where I want to glue this, and then I can splatter and, you know, leave the journal here on the table, and then it can dry while I am going to edit this video. This is the place. Okay, so that, but that means, oh my goodness, that also means I will take this journal now, put that there to the side, splatter to the front while this is laying here like so, because now there is no need to have the journal, because I've decided that I don't want to glue it down. Well, decisions. So that can then dry. Then we can make a check mark here. Oh, by coincidence, this is green. I mean, in a garden it's green as well, but in a mechanical garden it's not green. Tomorrow we have another prompt, which is collaged postcard and curiosity shop. I'm really excited to tackle that prompt. If you want to know what Barbara has created for today's prompt, then hop over to her channel and check out her video. I'm sure you will get a really, really cool idea there. And I'm hoping that we see tomorrow. Bye bye.